Hi, I'm Frank Mack. I'm the executive producer of the Utah Shakespeare Festival, and I'm proud to introduce the video that you're about to see. This is a video of our Shakespeare-in-the-Schools tour production of Romeo and Juliet. This tour goes out every year to about 20,000 students throughout the Intermountain West. But of course, this year, it had to be cut short because of the coronavirus. But fortunately, we were able to make the tape of the tour so that schools that weren't able to see it and all of our friends who might want to see it can watch this video and see the tour and have a little change of pace from the things you might be watching as you're home during the coronavirus episode. I hope you enjoy it. I'm grateful we're able to share it with you, and I hope to see you at the Utah Shakespeare Festival soon.
A dog of the house of Montague moves me.
The quarrel is between our masters.
I am a pretty piece of flesh.
Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues.
Let us take the law of our sides. Let them begin. I will bite my thumb at them, which is a disgrace to them if they will bear it.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Benvolio. Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
No, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir. But I bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir. No, sir.
If you do, sir, I am for you. I serve as good a man as you.
No better?
Yes, better, sir.
You lie.
Oh!
Oh! Part! Fools! You know not what you do.
What? Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, and look upon thy death!
I do but keep the peace.
What, drawn and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell, all Montagues and thee. Have at thee, coward!
Whoa!
Rebellious subjects! Enemies to peace! On pain of torture, hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls bred of an airy word by thee, Capulet, and Montague have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time all the rest depart away. Once more, on pain of death, all men depart!
Benvolio, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right glad I am he was not at this fray.
Uncle! Out early walking, did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the wood.
Many a morning hath he there been seen with tears augmenting the fresh morning dew.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
See where Romeo comes. Oh. So please, you stand aside. I'll know his grievance or be much denied. Good morrow, cousin.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Ay me, sad hours seem long.
What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love.
Out.
Of love.
Out of her favor, where I am in love.
Tell me in sadness, who is that you love?
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near. when I supposed you loved.
A right good marksman. And she's fair I love.
A right fair mark, fair cuz, is soonest hit.
Well, in that hit you miss. Shall not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath forsworn to love, and in that vow do I live dead that live to tell it now.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how I should forget to think.
By giving liberty unto thine eyes. Examine other beauties.
No.
Show me a mistress that is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read who passed that passing fair? Farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
Ah, gentle Paris!
But now, Lord Capulet, what say you to my suit?
But saying o'er what I have said before, my child is yet a stranger in the world. She hath not seen the change of 14 years. Let 2 more summers wither in their pride, ere we may think her ripe to be a bride.
Younger than she are happy mothers made.
And too soon marred are those so early made. But woo her, gentle Paris, get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I have invited many a guest, such as I love, and you among the store. One more most welcome makes my number more. Peter! Peter! Go, Sirrah! Trudge about through fair Verona. Find those persons out whose names are written there, and to them say, my house and welcome on their pleasures stay.
I am sent to find those persons whose names are here writ, and can never find what names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. Whoa. In good time. God and Gideon, I pray, sir, can you read?
I, if I know the letters and the language. Senior Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselmi and his beauteous sisters, Senior Placentio and his lovely nieces, mine Uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline. Fair assembly, whither should they come?
Up.
Whither?
To sup? To our house? My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you've been out of the house of Montague, I pray, come and crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulet sups the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loves, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love. The all-seeing sun ne'er saw her match since first the world begun. I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Woo! What lamb? What ladybird? Oh, God forbid, where's this girl? What? Juliet!
Juliet!
How now? Who calls?
Oh, your mother!
Oh. Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I have remembered me. Here's our counsel. Thou know'st my daughter's of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age but unto an hour.
She's not 14.
I'll lay 14 of my teeth, And yet to my teeth be it spoken, I have but 4, she is not 14. How long is it now to Lammastide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd of all days in the year, come Lammas Eve at night, shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me. But as I said, on Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. That shall she. Mary, I remember it well. 'Tis since the earthquake now 11 years. Oh, and she was weaned. I never shall forget it. For then she could stand alone. Nay, by the rood she could have run and waddled all about. For even the day before she broke her brow. And then my husband, God be with his soul, I was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday the pretty wretch left crying, and said I, to see how a jest shall come about. I warrant, and I should live 1,000 years, I never shall forget it. Wilt thou not, Jewel, quoth he, and pretty fool, it stinted, and said I.
Enough of this. I prithee hold thy peace.
Thou wilt fall backward when thou comest to age, wilt thou not, Jewel? It stinted, and said I.
And stint thou too, I prithee, nurse, say I.
Peace, I have done. God mark thee to his grace, thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I might live to see thee married once, I have my wish.
Mary? That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Younger than you, here in Verona, ladies of esteem are made already mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years, that you are now a maid. Thus, then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
A man, young lady! Lady, such a man as all the world, why, he's a man of wax.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him only lacks a cover. So shall you share all that he doth possess by having him making yourself no less?
No less. Nay, bigger women grow by men.
Speak briefly. Can you like of Paris love?
I'll look to like, if looking liking move. But no more deep will I endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Now follow straight, Juliet. The county stays.
Go, girl, seek happy nights to happy days.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with them above a common bough.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar. Under love's heavy burden do I sink.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down.
Come! Knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs.
And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
And so did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or old grub. And in this state, she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love. Or courtiers' knees who dream on curtsies straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream. This is Queen Mab, when maids lie on their backs that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkst of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain. begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin a substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early. For my mind misgives some consequence, yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with this night's revels. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sail. On, lusty gentlemen!
Hey! Oh! Welcome, gentlemen!
Oh! Hey! Oh! Hey! Oh!
Hey, you are welcome, gentlemen! Oh! Give room! Give room!
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. It seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear, beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Did my heart love till now? Forswear at sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This by his voice should be a Montague. What dares the slave come hither, covered with an antic face, to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? Now, by the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead, I hold it not a sin.
Why, how now, kinsman? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe, a villain that is hither come in spite to scorn at our solemnity this night.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Content thee, gentle coz. Let him alone. And to say truth, Verona brags of him to be a virtuous and well-governed youth. Show a fair presence and put off these frowns and ill-beseeming semblance for a feast.
It fits when such a villain is a guest. I'll not endure him.
He shall be endured. What, goodman boy? I say he shall. Go to, am I the master here or you? Go to. You'll not endure him? God shall mend my soul.
My uncle, 'tis a shame.
Go to. You are a saucy boy. Is so indeed. Be quiet or... More light. More light for shame. I'll make you quiet. What? Cheerly, my hearts.
I will withdraw. But this intrusion shall now seeming sweet convert to bitterest gall.
If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this: my lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
A good pilgrim, you do wrong your hand too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saints lips, and holy palmers too?
I, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do. They pray. Grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips, by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from thy lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged, give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Madam, your mother craves a word with you.
What is her mother?
Mary, bachelor, her mother is the lady of the house, and a good lady, and a wise and virtuous. I nursed her daughter that you talked withal. I tell you, he that can lay hold of her shall have the chinks.
Come hither, nurse.
Is she a Capulet? Oh, dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Away! Begone, the sport is at the best.
Aye, so I fear the more is my unrest.
What is yond gentleman? Go, ask his name. If he be merry, my grave is like to be my wedding bed.
His name is Romeo and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate. To the early seen unknown and known too late. Prodigious birth of love it is to me that I must love a loathed enemy.
Romeo!
Romeo!
Romeo! My cousin Romeo! Romeo! I'll conjure thee. Romeo! Humor's madman, oh passion, lover, cry but I me and pronounce but love. And dog.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
Ay me.
She speaks! Speak again, bright angel! For thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at
'Tis
this?
but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word! Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Well, neither, fair saints, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find me here.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. And but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued wanting of thy love.
Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Oh, gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear that tips with
Oh,
silver.
swear
all
not
this-
by the moon, the inconstant moon.
What shall I swear by?
Well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night. Good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again?
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. Anon, good nurse. Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. I am afeard, being a knight, all this is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come, anon. At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 year till then. Romeo! I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Well, let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breast. Oh, would I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly sire's close cell, his help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
I must upfill this osier cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers. The earth that's nature's mother is her tomb. What is her burying grave that is her womb? And from her womb children of divers kind we sucking on her natural bosom find. Within the infant rind of this small flower, poison hath residence and medicine power.
Good morrow, father.
Benedicite, what early tongue so sweet saluteth me. Young son, it argues a distempered head so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thou art uproused with some distemperature. Or if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been in bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God, pardon sin. Was thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline, my ghostly father. No, I have forgot that name and that name's woe.
That's my good son. But where hast thou been then?
Then plainly know, my heart's dear love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. As mine on hers, so hers is set on mine. When and where and how we met, we wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline, whom thou didst love so dear, so soon forsaken? Young men's love then lies not truly in their hearts, but in their eyes. Jesu Maria! What a deal of brine hath washed thy shallow cheeks for Rosaline? And art thou changed? Pronounce this sentence then. Women may fall when there's no strength in men.
Thou chid'st me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving, pupil mine.
And bad'st me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now.
But come, don't waver, come, go with me. In one respect I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your 2 households' rancor to pure love.
Oh, let us hence. I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast. Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight? Why, that same pale, hard-hearted wench, that Rosaline, torments him so that he will sure run mad.
Tybalt, the kinsman of old Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge. On my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Alas, poor Romeo. He's already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats. Oh, he is the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. A duelist.
Here comes Romeo!
Signor Romeo! Oh, bonjour! There's some French salutation to your French slop. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip. The slip? Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. My business was great, and in such a case as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
Now art thou social, oh now art thou Romeo, oh now art thou what thou art. Oh, here's goodly gear, a sail, a sail.
Oh, gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you have found him than he was when you sought him.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She will indict him to some supper.
Abort, so. Romeo, will you come to your father's will to dinner thither?
I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady, farewell, lady, lady.
Scurvy knave! My young lady bid me inquire you out. What she bid me say, I will keep to myself. But first let me tell you, if you should lead her in a fool's paradise...
I do protest unto thee. Bid her devise some means to come to Shrift this afternoon, and there she shall, at Friar Lawrence' cell, be shrived and married.
This afternoon, sir. Well, she shall be there? Oh, now God in heaven bless thee. Oh, hark you, sir.
What sayst thou, my dear nurse?
Well, sir, there is a nobleman in town, one Paris, that would fain lay knife aboard. But she, good soul, had as life see a toad, a very toad to see him. I anger her sometimes and tell her that Paris is the properer man, but I'll warrant you, when I say so, she looks as pale as any clout in the versal world.
Commend me to thy lady.
Aye, 1,000 times.
Oh, the clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she would be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh, God, she comes. Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Lord, why look'st thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily.
I am aweary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunt have I.
I would thou hadst my bones, and I thy news. Nay, come, I prithee, speak. Good, good, nurse, speak.
Jesu, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I am out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Let me be satisfied, is good or bad.
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man, Romeo? Pff, no, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they be not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. What, have you dined at home?
No, but all this did I know before. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I? Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
I'faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a courteous, and a kind, and a handsome, and all warrant a virtuous. Where is your mother? Ah!
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman, where is your mother?
Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforward do your messages yourself.
Here is such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence' cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Now comes the wanton blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Hie you to church, I must another way. I am the drudge and toil and your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon at night. Go, I'll to dinner, hie you to the cell.
Oh, hie to high fortune, honest nurse. Farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us
Amen,
not.
amen. But come what sorrow can, it cannot countervail the exchange of joy that one short minute gives me in her sight. Do thou but close our hands with holy words, then, love devouring death, do what he dare. It is enough, I may but call her mine.
Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift arrives as tardy as too slow.
Ow, ow!
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall thank thee, daughter, for us both.
Gentlemen! Good evening. A word with one of you.
But one word with one of us, a couplet with something, make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you will give me occasion.
Could you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? What, dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's that shall make you dance. Zounds! Consort!
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place and reason coldly of your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Men's eyes were made to look, and let them gaze. I will not budge for no man's pleasure, aye.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man.
But I'll be hanged, sir, if he wear your livery.
Romeo, the love I bear thee can afford no better term than this. Thou art a villain!
Tybalt, the reason that I have to love thee doth much excuse the appertaining rage to such a greeting. Villain am I none. Therefore, farewell. I see thou know'st me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise, till thou shalt know the reason of my love. And so, good Capulet, which name I tender as dearly as my own, be satisfied.
Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Oh, good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives that I mean to make bold withal. And, as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8.
I am for you.
Gentle Mercutio.
Come, sir, your passado.
Benvolio? Gentlemen, for shame, forbear this outrage! Tybalt, Mercutio! The prince expressly have forbidden this bandying in Verona streets! Good Mercutio! Hold, Tybalt! No!
I am hurt. A plague of both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
I scratch. Mary, 'tis enough.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No! It's not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. A plague of both your houses! Why the devil came you between us? I was hurt under your arm.
I thought all for the best.
Help me into some house, Benvolio, or I shall faint. A plague of both your houses! They have made worms meat of me. I have it soundly too. Your houses!
This gentleman, the prince's near ally, my very friend, hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf. My reputation stained with Tybalt's slander. Tybalt, that an hour hath been my cousin. Oh, sweet Juliet, thy beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo, brave Mercutio's dead. That gallant spirit hath aspired the clouds, which too untimely here did scorn the earth.
This day's black fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Boy!
Again, in triumph, and Mercutio slain! Now, Tybalt, take the villain back again, the late thou gavest me! For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads, staying for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him.
Oh, wretched boy, the didst consort him here, shall with him hang!
This shall determine that.
Romeo, away, begone! The citizens are up and Tybalt slain! Stand not amazed, the prince will doom thee death if thou art taken! Hence begone, away!
Oh, I am fortune's fool.
Why dost thou stay?
Tybalt, my cousin! Oh, my nephew!
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt, here slain, whom Romeo's hand did slay. An envious thrust from Tybalt hid the life of stout Mercutio, and then Tybalt fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo, who had but newly entertained revenge. For ere I could part them was stout Tybalt slain.
I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt, Romeo must not live. Romeo slew him, he slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but what the law should end, the life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
Exile?
There will be death to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purchase out abuses, therefore use none. Let Romeo hence in haste, else when he's found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murders, pardoning those that kill.
Come, night. Come, Romeo. Come, thou day in night. Give me my Romeo, and when he shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring thy hands?
Oh, where a day! He's dead! He's dead! He's dead! We are undone, lady! We are undone! Alack the day he's gone! He's killed! He's dead!
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo! Romeo! Whoever would have thought it, Romeo!
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain
I
himself?
saw the wound! I saw it with mine eyes. God save the mark, pale, pale as ashes, all bedaubed in blood, all in gore blood, I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart, poor bankrupt, break at once!
Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, honest gentleman, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord.
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh, God. Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day it did.
Beautiful tyrant! Fiend, angelical, a damned saint, an honorable villain! Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, the deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men, all perjured. Shame come to Romeo!
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord. Oh, what tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. Oh, that banished, that one word, banished, hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Romeo is banished. Oh, to speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. Where is my father and my mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I will bring you thither.
Come, nurse. I'll to my wedding bed. And death, not Romeo. Take my maidenhead.
I'll find Romeo to comfort you. He is hid at Lawrence cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight, and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo! Come forth, thou fearful man.
Father? What news? What is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips, not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment. Be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself.
Oh, deadly sin. Oh, rude unthankfulness. Thy fault our law calls death, but the kind prince, taking thy part, hath rushed aside the law and turned that black word death to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself. Who knocks so hard?
Oh, holy friar! Oh, tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' case, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up! Stand up! Stand, and you be a man! For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand!
Speak thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Where is she? And how doth she? What says she?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps, and Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, as that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me, that I may sack the hateful mansion!
Hold thy desperate hands! Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself? And stay thy lady too that lives in thee by doing damned hate upon thyself? What? Rouse thee, man. Thy Juliet is alive. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights up upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend her chamber, hence, and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back.
My lord, I'll tell my lady you will come.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
Things have fallen out, Paris, so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter.
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Sir, commend me to your daughter.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she'll be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here of my son Paris' love, and bid her, mark you me, on Wednesday next. What's up? What day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday? Well, Wednesday is too soon. Thursday, let it be. Thursday, tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord, oh Lord.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn. No nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
It is the lark that sings so out of tune. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse,
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
then window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell. Farewell. One kiss, and I'll descend.
Oh God, I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou look'st pale.
And trust me, love, in my eye so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Ho! Daughter! Are you up? Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. Well, girl, thou weeps not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him dead. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named and cannot come to him to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that slaughtered him.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl. Well, while thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from my heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy, that thou expects not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day's that?
Marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. Oh, these are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself, and see how he will take it at your hands.
How now, a conduit girl? What, still in tears? Evermore showering? How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant to love.
How? 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 Chopped logic? What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not. Thank me no thankings, nor proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints 'gainst Thursday to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrion, out, you baggage!
What? Are you mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch! I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilding!
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady Wisdom? Hold your tongue.
May not one
Peace,
speak?
you mumbling fool!
You are too hot.
God's bread, it makes me mad! Day, night, work, play alone, in company still. My care hath been to have her matched. And having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, proportioned as one's thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched, puling fool to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love, I am too young. I pray you, pardon me. But, and you will not wed? I'll pardon you. Graze where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it. Think on't. I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, for by my soul I'll ne'er acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you. I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt.
to nothing that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. I think it best you marry with the county. Go, he is a lovely gentleman. Romeo is a dishclout to him. I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first, or if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakst thou from thy heart?
And from my soul, too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Oh. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Oh, Mary, I will! And this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my lord with that same tongue which he hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor! Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir. The time is very short.
My uncle Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she does weep for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love, on Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make confession to this father?
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
God shield I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early will I rouse ye. Till then adieu, and keep this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door. And when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. I hear thou must, and nothing may prorogue it, on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speakst, speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope. If rather than to marry County Paris thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away this shame?
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris. From off the battlements of any tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave and hide me with a dead man in his shroud, and I will do it, without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold, then. Go home, be merry, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night, look thou lie alone. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilled liquor drink thou off, when presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Thou shalt be borne to the same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua. If no inconstant toy nor womanish fear, abate thy valor in the acting it.
Give me, oh, tell not me of fear.
Hold! Get you gone, be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint, cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call her back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene, I needs must act alone. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefather's joints, and pluck the mangled Tybalt from his shroud, and in this rage with some great kinsman's bonus with a club dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look, methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo that did bash his body upon a jagged point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, here is drink. I drink to thee.
Nurse! Wife! What ho! What, nurse, I say? Go waken Juliet. Go and trim her up. Make haste, I say. Mistress! What, mistress? Juliet! Fast I warrant her she. Why, lamb? Why, lady? Fie, you slug a bed. Why, love, I say. Madam, sweetheart, white bride. What, not a word? Oh, Mary and amen, how sound is she asleep. I must needs wake her. Madam! Madam! Madam? Alas, alas, help! Help! My lady's dead! Oh, where it is that ever I was born, my lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Oh, lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Look, oh, heavy day!
Oh, me. Oh, me, my child. My only life revive. Look up, or I will die with thee. Help! Help! Call help!
For shame! Bring Juliet forth. Her lord is come.
She's dead! Deceased, she's dead, alack the day!
Alack the day, she's dead.
Let me see her. Out. Alas, she's cold. Death that had taken her hence to make me wail ties up my tongue and will not let me speak.
Come, is the bride ready to go to church?
Ready to go, but never to return. O son, the night before thy wedding day hath death lain with thy wife.
Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Cursed,
Child, my soul and not my child, dead art thou!
Peace! Oh, for shame! Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid, and now heaven hath all. And weep ye now, seeing she is advanced above the clouds, as high as heaven itself?
All things that we ordained festival turn from their office to black funeral.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him. And go, Sir Paris. Everyone prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived, and was an emperor. Oh, me, Well, how sweet is love itself possessed when but love's shadows are so rich in joy.
Romeo!
News from Verona? Well, how now, Balthazar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, and her immortal part with angels lives. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news, since you did leave it from my office, sir.
Is it e'en so? Then I defy you, stars! Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone. And hire those horses. I'll be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight.
Holy Franciscan friar!
The same should be the voice of Friar John.
Brother, how?
Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo?
Going to find a barefoot brother out, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Come, go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again.
Unhappy fortune. By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import, and in neglecting it may do much danger. Friar John, go hence. Now must I to the monument alone. Within this 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. Poor living corse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Oh, my love, my wife, death that hath sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Beauty's ensign yet is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag is not advanced there. Dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee here in dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Oh, here will I set up my everlasting rest. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh you, the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou, desperate pilot, now at once run on the dashing rocks, the seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be my speed. Who's there? Romeo. Oh, pale. Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance. The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar. Oh, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come away. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead. Come, go, good Juliet.
Lead on!
I dare no longer stay.
Go, get thee hence, for I will not away. What's here? The cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to make dye with a restorative. Thy lips are warm.
Which way?
Yea, noise. Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.